What is going on, my thumbs? This is Sunbrother2 bringing you guys our week 5. Week 5? Yes, week 5 team prep video for the LDL, the Lonely Draft League. I'm your coach of the Salt Lake City Swamperts, and we are looking really clean right now. Heading into this week, I believe 3-1 after a very close victory over Alejandro and the Lakewood Trevenant from last week. So if you guys missed that battle, I definitely suggest going back and looking at it. It should have gone up the same day this team prep video went up. So definitely go ahead and check that out, guys, because it was a very heated battle. Completely new style of recording and stuff like that. So yeah. But this week is a new week. This week is probably going to be the toughest and most challenging match we have all season. Just because we are going up against our good buddy Squid, Blazin Squid, and the who is the coach of the Toronto Totodiles. Sorry, I just got back from the gym. My head's kind of racing and stuff. But, you know, before we jump into everything, I figured I'd show off this to you guys. If you guys didn't know, if you guys haven't been checking out the TLTPG page, which you should, we have merch. And boy, you better believe I have a TLTPG freaking shirt ready to go for today's battle. I'm super hyped. This is a wonderful fit, especially for a fat man like myself. But yo, these shirts are legit. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link down in the description continuously below so you guys can go check that out, because you know I'm going to be buying a Salt Lake City Swampert shirt coming up. That's right, Salt Lake City Swampert shirts are available on that page. And all different types of styles of clothing we can ship. I believe we can ship basically anywhere around the world as well. Of course, everything for a fee for international travel and stuff. But we have every single team logo on there. Let me go ahead and actually adjust this. Oh, well, I'll adjust that in a minute. But yeah, we have every team logo. We have the LDL logo, like you see yourself, and a couple other TLTPG stuff related to that. So it's really super cool, you guys. I definitely think that you should go check it out. But right now, let's focus on Squid, because Squid has a very powerful team. I think we are the second fastest team, while he is the third fastest team, which kind of made team building a little bit difficult, and really had me really think about my team and how to play it this week, especially against really powerful mons. So let's just start off at the top. We have Garchomp, base 102 speed, outspeeds our Salamence, which is really unfortunate, you know. It's just able to get that extra push. It can set up Stealth Rocks. It can be a bulky, rough skin, rocky helmet set. We do have to be careful about that. Or a Swords Dancing Sweep set with Lumberry or something. Or Choice Scarf. It's really scary. It'll hit hard. Hopefully I do have a couple things to handle it really well. We do have an Intimidate core, which we could use, which I'll get into later. Spoiler alert. But heading on, we have Ferrothorn, just a bulky wall. It can easily set up spikes or Stealth Rocks against us. It's a rapid spinner as well, if I'm not mistaken. It can easily take on our Slowbro, but really walled kind of easily by Mega Aggron, so something that we could potentially use to our advantage. Primarina, huge wall breaker. It can be bulky, it can be specs. I'm really scared about a spec set. He might bring it Scarfed. I know Squid and I are really trying to outdo each other here, so he might kind of bring something different and bring a Scarf Primarina with like Hydro Pump or something, which I know he's been bringing every now and then these past few weeks. But Moonblast, freaking Hydro Pump, Scald, is Energy Ball, Ice Beam. You know, this thing can really do a lot to us, and if it has the right item, you know, it can easily take us down bit by bit. Moving down Heracross, it can be Scarfed, it can be Guts. Super scary. We have to be careful not to status it if we do. Unless, of course, he's going to go for, like, he has, like, Flame Orb, Toxic Orb shenanigans going on. But very powerful. Bug and Fighting Stab is very hard to work around. However, I feel like I have the right resistances for it, especially when it does come to our Mega Aggron. Diancie is very interesting. It's base 50 speed. Where it really gets his speed is when it does Mega Evolve. However, he does not have Mega Diancie. and it can be bulky. Apparently there's like a really powerful assault vest set and like a rock polish set as well, and we know rock polish really well. However, I don't feel like he would bring it. I honestly feel like he would bring the Babiri Berry, which I think it's the Babiri Berry set, where it lowers the super effective damage of steel type moves, and so if we do that, he does live it in any circumstance unless he does have a lot of damage to him. I think the max I can do to him is like 90%, so we have to get a little bit of chip damage on him. On her, or on it, I should say. Next up is Pyroar. Pyroar is an interesting choice. I believe it's base 103 speed or something of that nature, 106. It's very fast mon. Normal fire type. Not the best, not the worst. It can really take advantage of Hyper Voice, which is something I did take into consideration. Whether that be Scarf or Specs, you know, we will have to play around that. Dark Pulse, I know it also gets, which could be quite problematic. But if he does, but I feel like he would bring his other fire type, which we will get to in a minute, over this, just because I feel like Squid has a bigger bond with his other fire type. Up next is Mega Absol, the Mega I had last season, which I didn't use effectively enough. I will say that right now. But Squid has been using it really well. Base 115 speed, his fastest mon, if I'm not mistaken. Has access, of course, to Swords Dance, Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, Fire Blast, Ice Beam. This thing can really be mixed. It can be physical. It can set up, substitute Swords Dance if it wants to. Has that magic bounce ability, which is really hard to play around, especially if I do want to set up hazards. And it really was one of those key things in us team building this week. Was thinking about that magic bounce, whether I should bring hazards or not. However, it's extremely frail. The best way to take care of it is if you do have some sort of priority, which we do have on our team. So hopefully I will be able to use that to our advantage and be able to pull out a victory here. Up next is probably the Pokemon I'm most worried about this week. It's going to be his Mew. You can do everything. Mew can be anything and anything you want it to be. The biggest things that I'm scared of, usually it's run like a defog set with Will-O-Wisp, Super Fang, all that fun stuff, fully physically defensive. Which sucks, and like that, it's just like that's one of the sets I'm afraid of. But if he brings it like especially offensive, I'm almost okay with that. The only thing that scares me more than a defensive Mew is going to be a nasty plot Mew, just because it can get any coverage it wants. It can have coverage for our whole team and just sweep us under the rug. And if he does decide to go that route, hopefully I have the right answer for it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, if he does bring the defensive set, I do have a couple of ways around it. I just pray that, you know, we will be able... I pray that he brings something kind of in between, somewhat offensive, but somewhat still bulky, so then that way we can play around both sides, which I feel like he might do. However, knowing Squid, he's got something big planned with Mew. As I said, he wouldn't bring Pyroar because he has Moltres this season. Squid really is a big fan of A-Drive, as am I. And we saw what he did with Moltres in I think it was the NPA. And because of that, he actually grabbed the Firium Z. He drafted the Firium Z. And I know what he's going to do with it. I know exactly what he's going to do with it. He wants to sweep me with the Moltres so bad. He's going to Z Sunny Day on us and blow us away. Or Z Fire Blast on us and blow us away. He's going to do one or the other. I'm pretty sure he wants to do the Sunny Day set. Because, you know, we both saw that do the work, and there's something in the back of my mind saying that's how he's gonna win, or that's how he's gonna try and win. So, Squid, if you're watching this and I guessed that right, you know, there we go. Up next is Galvantula. Oh wait, I should really talk about Moltres a little bit more. Hurricane, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, U-Turn. Hidden Power could be thrown on there if it really wants to. It really handles our defenses really well. Because it could also carry Solar Beam in the sun. It's gonna be hitting really hard. But it's only base 90 speed. So at a +1, if we have a Scarfer over that, which we do have, we'll be able to handle it. That ×4 weakness to rocks does come into play. However, like I said with that Mega Absol, I'm not sure if I do want to bring hazards, which I'll talk about here in a minute. Up next is Galvantula, Sticky Web user, which I feel like he might bring. Sticky Web really does help out his team, just because my team is slightly faster than his in some regard. Especially for things like our Jolteon and stuff like that. However, if he does decide to bring it, I really do see it bringing a regular Sash set to guarantee the Sticky Web up. Bug Buzz, Thunder, Volt Switch, Sticky Web, pretty common set. If it wants to run anything else like an energy ball for, like, say, Slowbro and Crocodile, well, then again, he could run Bug Buzz. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if he does bring it, if the webs are there. If not, I can see this as a Scarf set, which could be a little bit problematic. However, you know, I feel like we'll be able to do the work. And last but not least is Dodrio. He dropped someone. I can't remember who he had on his team, but he dropped a mon for Dodrio and picked it up just because he used it, I believe, in the NU tournament we had with TLTPG not too long ago, and he fell in love with Dodrio. Like, seriously, Dodrio is like Bay for him on top of Moltres. And it's really fun mon. Base 110 speed, if I'm not mistaken. Brave Bird, not high jump kick, but regular jump kick. Pursuit, I know it can get, but other than that, it's extremely frail and really easy to work around. So I've seen him Scarf it, I've seen him Scarf it and Sash it. So if he does decide to bring it, I feel like we have the right things to take care of it. But let's go ahead and jump into our team right now. Gonna go ahead and transition over, and as you guys do see, we're gonna be starting things off with R. Kelly, our Salamence here. Very bulky set, which was kind of a common theme that we were going around. I was realizing more and more that with some of the things that were barely able to outspeed the things like I know could handle them, it just pushed me more and more towards wanting to run bulk this time around instead of power. Which we kind of have both, I will say, but the bulk is there really for a good reason. I think we out outbulk Squid's team this week, which is something I'm not a playstyle I'm not usually too comfortable with. However, I feel like I have the right monster to do the job here. Like I said, fully defensive set, Intimidate with leftovers. We have Flamethrower for the Ferrothorn, for the Heracross, for the Galvantula. Draco Meteor, we one-shot the Garchomp, even if it has some HP investment. And Hydro Pump, of course, is going to be there for the Deontay, as well as like stuff like the Pyroar and the Moltres. I can Draco Meteor if I choose to, because they do just about the same amount. However, Hydro Pump is just a safer bet. I don't go -2, and I can fire off Hydro Pumps all day. And Roost, of course, for the general... What's it called? The general... recovery and stuff. I am running a Modest Nature because the bulk that was there with the Intimidate on some of the physical type attackers was enough for me to put that extra power into the special attack. 252 attack, 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 special attack. Very different set, I know, but I've used something like this in the past in LDL, so we'll see. Like I said, this is a very different team that we have brought this week. Up next, of course, we have Palladium. What's a bulk team without the bulkiest mon that we have? Palladium, our Mega Aggron, practically fully specially defensive this week, especially to handle things like Galvantula, Primarina, not necessarily the Moltres and the Sun, which kind of sucks, but we do have things to handle it. Heavy Slam for, of course, General Stab. Really handles the Garchomp, the Primarina, the Diancie, the Mega Absol, the Mewtwo to an extent, and the, Rock Slide, of course, is there for the Fire types, for the Flying types, for the Bug types. It's gonna be awesome. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Avalanche is on there this week for the Garchomp, first and foremost, and also for the Dodrio. If you guys don't know, Avalanche doubles its power every single time that the Pokemon using the move moves after or is hit. So it can work to our advantage. We eat up an Earthquake, even if we're fully specially defensive from a Garchomp, unless he Swords Dances. However, with Avalanche, that's times 4 effective on the Garchomp. We'll be able to get the knockout. With Rock Slide, we one shot the Moltres, even if it is bulky. And then Fire Punch is primarily there only for the Ferrothorn, and I guess you could say the Heracross as well. However, I would be more comfortable going for like Heavy Slam or Rock Slide, just because I fear that potential burn. But yeah, Fire Punch is primarily there for the Ferrothorn. The only best thing that he can do for us, do to us against with Ferrothorn is if he wants to carry Hidden Power. However, but then again, he would have to invest a lot of special attack investments to actually do anything to us. So you guys will see I do have a lot of coverage for Ferrothorn. But like once again, if I do decide last minute I want to change that over to Stealth Rocks, I will. I was kind of talking to one of the other coaches, Steven, actually, and he's like, dude, I don't know, with the fact that you're not bringing rocks just like hurts me. There's so many things that you could set up rocks on, especially with your Mega Aggron. And I'm just like, yeah, but I don't know, that magic bounce is just there, and I don't want to do that, and then get rocks up on my own side. It's just problematic. However, the more and more I'm thinking about it, if he does want to bring that Moltres, getting that 50% off Moltres is going to be highly, highly beneficial for us. So I'm debating the Fire Punch. We will be able to still handle it with other things on our team, as you guys will see with the Ferrothorn. And so who knows? I'll clue you guys in once the battle starts. I know I did that last week with Alejandro's team when we went up against Alejandro. But I don't know, just the fact that I 100% wall the Ferrothorn and it can't do anything to us except for maybe, I think it might get counter? I'll have to double check that, but that's there. Next up on our team is making its season debut is going to be Tree Hugger, our Komala Tree Hugger. She is here looking all cute with their big pink stump. Assault Vest, fully specially defensive, that almost fully special defensive. I'll get to that, why that in a second. But I was quite surprised. 95 special defense is quite high for Komala. I was going through things, and like apparently an Assault Vest Komala set is quite common. So I'm extremely happy to see that. We have Woodhammer, especially for that Primarina. The only thing we don't like with Primarina is a Specs Hydro Pump. So there's that. Play Rough, of course, for Garchomp, Mega Absol. We have Rock Slide for everything else, pretty much. We do get kind of walled by the Ferrothorn, like I said, pretty much. And then I'm actually bringing Rapid Spin. I'm actually bringing Rapid Spin this time around. I debated whether or not I wanted Defog or if I wanted Rapid Spin to be brought, but there was no real place for me to put Defog on the two other mons that I brought that could learn Defog, and so like R. Kelly was one of them, and I needed Roost over Defog 100% of the time for that, just to be able to live those hits. So Rapid Spin is going to be on Komala. For Tree Hugger, oh my gosh, I love it. I cannot wait to use this thing. I hope it puts in the work. I hope it puts out the work. I honestly want to potentially lead with this thing, because Play Rough would be there for the Garchomp lead if he wants to get up rocks. It's there for the Woodhammer in case Primarina wants to lead. Play Rough, of course, for Mega Absol. Moltres you could Rock Slide on if he wants to U-turn. Rock Slide once again for the Galvantula. Ooh, pardon me. I'm sorry, guys. Dodrio, I think, gets U-turn as well. So, like, it really covers pretty much everything on the team except that Ferrothorn. That's the only lead that he could potentially bring that I would have to switch out on, which sucks, but we would go right, I think, into Palladium to eat up that hit, which is really, really nice. I forgot to mention on Palladium, we are running, let me very quickly go back. We are running Careful Nature on both of these Pokemon, so... Oops, I know you guys can't see it, so I'm an idiot, but you can see the plus-minus sign, so maybe you guys know? I don't know. But yeah. 216 in HP, 252 special defense, 40 in speed. Now, the reason I have 40 in speed is specifically for a Primarina, but this is like so specific. This is super specific case. But there is 40 points in speed. In case Squid decides to bring a non-invested, timid Primarina wanting to outspeed our Komala by 4 points. So, yeah, wanting to outspeed our Komala. That's what that is. So I sped crept his potential speed creep, which is weird, I know, but I feel like Squid might be doing that. I don't know. So there's just like, I saw that and it was just like, Squid would do that. He would creep me, so I'm creeping his potential creep. I'm out creeping him. I know I'm creepy. So yeah. There's Tree Hugger. Hopefully she can put in the work. Next up, of course, is going to be Liability. Liability also rocking the Intimidate. Like I said, we're bringing our double Intimidate users, which is going to be super, super nice. Going to be able to switch them in and out, especially for Garchomp, the Heracross, the Mega Absol, the Dodrio. It's going to be really, really nice. Choice Scarf set this week. I sped crept up on that Moltres, so we can outspeed it by 1 point. Even if it is +1 in the sun, we will be able to still outspeed it. That is our worst case scenario, is that we can bring in Crocodile, or we can bring in Liability to handle the Moltres 100% of the time. Knockoff, of course, General Stab gets rid of a lot of items. Knockoff is also my main way to deal with Mew. A fully defensive bold set on Mew. I can double Knockoff on it, keeping in mind I don't get burned. Keeping in mind I don't get burned at all. I can double Knockoff and take care of the Mew 100% of the time, even with low rolls, so it's really, really nice. Stone Edge, I'm very, very hesitant with Stone Edge, just because I do miss Stone Edges. Everyone misses Stone Edges, but Stone Edge, of course, is just gonna, it's just more powerful. It's more powerful. I have Rock Slide and 2 other mons. We're going with power, with Liability, so Stone Edge, of course, for Moltres, Galvantula, just freaking Pyroar, you know, just to do the damn work. Dodrio as well. Earthquake is there for the Garchomp. I think we can do at least 40% to it, and it can do as much as 30% to us. For the Ferrothorn, the Primarina doesn't even want to take, I think, Earthquake. Earthquake for Pyroar. Mew doesn't, Mega Absol doesn't want to take it. Galvantula doesn't want to take it, even though it's like neutral. And then Fire Fang once again for the frickin' Ferrothorn. And this is why, this is when it comes to it, I want to put rocks on Palladium. I have now 1, 2, 3 mons and a 4th mon coming up that can handle the Ferrothorn. And I think that's over prepping. And so now that the more I'm thinking about it, I feel like I am going to make it. My 3DS is dying. I gotta plug it in. I think that settles it. I think I'm going to be able to put Stealth Rocks on Palladium and pray that he doesn't bring in the Mega Absol. And we'll go from there. I feel like even though I do wall it, I can get up rocks against it, which is going to be nice. So, there's that. But yeah, 244 in speed, Jolly Nature to outspeed that Moltres by 1 point. Like I said, 252 attack, 444, just because it benefits. Like, if I put 8 in one stat, it wouldn't boost it at all. I needed 12, so it was 4 across the board just for general coverage and general adding of stats. So, Liability is here. Liability is here. And just in case we need to fully recover and we need to heal off some burns, we have Periwinkle coming back once again with a Wish Toxic Aromatherapy set. I was looking at it, and while a lot of things can hit hard, on us, on the special side, the only thing that really handles us well is Primarina. Of course, spec set is just too powerful. Even non-spec set is powerful, modest, you know. However, Wish is going to be good just for longevity of a lot of mons, as well as Aromatherapy, helping out anyone that wants to toxic us, burn us, or the Flame Body on Moltres. You know, I am taking that into consideration. What the heck is in my sock? But yeah, very, very different. Not to bring Protect, even though it's a safety net, but I felt like Toxic would be wonderful to take care of Primarina, to take care of the Deontay, and primarily the Mew. My main idea for Mew, besides Liability, is if it does come down to it, I can go ahead and send in Periwinkle, Toxic it, take the Toxic back with Synchronize, and just Aromatherapy off. However, he can bring the Heal Bell, which I'm praying he doesn't do. However, if he doesn't, then we're in business. Moonblast just for general coverage, general stab, which is going to be super nice. It handles a lot of his mons, Garchomp, Heracross, Mega Absol. Mew, I think, takes like 20% or something, but if we lower special attack on Mew, that's perfectly fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, fully defensive set, Bold Nature, helps with those physical type attackers, and on top of that, when it comes down to it, it can eat up the special hits. It's kind of the opposite situation with Mega Aggron. I made him specially defensive because the physical side of things he could eat up. It's the opposite for Periwinkle. She can eat up the special hits, so I figured to invest in the physical bulk. So it's kind of a mix. It's really cool. And last but not least, alongside Liability, it'll help kind of clean up and hopefully be able to pick up a mid to late game sweep, depending on what mons are on the field. It's going to be our Hiruzen. Hiruzen this week is rocking a Life Orb set, Iron Fist, 248 in speed, 252 attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense. We're barely outspeeding the... What was base 106? I think the Pyroar. I think it was the Pyroar by 1 point. I debated whether or not if I wanted to go with a Nasty Plot set or a Swords Dance set, because we both have the Vacuum Wave or the Mach Punch for priority against the Mega Absol. However, I just felt like I handled a lot more things when it came down to it with the physical side. And right now, like, I originally thought I wanted to do Electrium Z. Electrium Z Swords Dance, just in case, just to hit things extra hard. However, Life Orb just helps me get those kills that I need to, even at no Swords Dance. But if we get to +2, we can pretty much, you know, really wear down a lot of his team. Garchomp is one of the big things that does stand in our way, on top of that, as well as Deontay. But either one of those don't want to take 2 Flare Blitzes. However, with the Life Orb, on top of that, you know, it's going to wear us down fairly quickly, so we got to make sure that we do the work right away. Mach Punch, of course, is there. If we can get a Swords Dance up, we can take care of a lot of things in 2 shots. Thunder Punch, of course, is going to be there for that Primarina, for the Moltres, for the Dodrio, and so hopefully it will work out for us. The best things I can potentially set up on are going to be, like, say, the Heracross, the Pyroar, potentially the Moltres if it doesn't want to Hurricane us, which is kind of scary. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could set up on, and I can't set up on. We just got to play. I feel like this week we got to play risky, and we almost got to play dumb in a way, because that is our team there. A lot of bulk with 2 physical sweepers potentially. One a Scarfer, one a setup sweeper. Very, very strange, I know, but that's why I decided to make Salamence a special attacking set, because we didn't need that physicalness. And on top of that, we do have the double Intimidate to help, you know, lower physical attacking moves. We have a lot of bulk, like I said. For the 100th time, it's bulk. And, you know, this match has me worried, you know, because Squid likes to bring out the best in my team building, but the worst in my battling. That's what I've told him. That's what I'll stick to. Because, you know, I love Squid. Squid is an amazing battler. And I really do want to consider him my rival. However, like a lot of the times that I have faced him, I've lost. And, you know, this season he's given me a lot of support. And, you know, here we are facing each other. And now, with, of course, all the trash talk has to go back and forth. And I just want to show him that, you know, hey, I'm here to, you know, do the damn thing. You know, you've given me the support, and regardless of who I'm going up against, you know, I don't care who it is, I'm gonna win. So this is a different play style, I know, but hopefully we are able to do what we are able to do and pick up the victory. This season actually hasn't been the best for Squid so far. I know he's had a couple of bad losses. Let me take a look here, actually, as we transition back. Look at the standings. Squid and the Toronto Totodiles are actually sitting at 2-2. So I know he lost against Steven, who we also lost against. So we both lost against one of our division people, the same division person, and he also lost to, let me see, I think he lost to Jesse, who we picked up a victory against. So after this, if Squid does win, we'll be on the same. We'll have the same record. If we win, we'll be in second place in our division. In fact, I think second place in our whole conference. Yeah, we'll be second place in our whole conference underneath Steven, who has yet to lose a battle. So that's going to be it for us, for me, you guys. If you want to go ahead and leave your comments down below, let me know who you thought we should have brought, what kind of team I should have run, what I should have prepared for more so than not. Do you think this team will work? Should I start building more bulky in the future? Should I start using Pokemon differently than what I should? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, but I'm going to get up out of here. I actually got to face Squid right after this, so this was a good reminder of how my team should work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of here. This is SunBrother2, signing off.